Tuesday. Thank you all for being here to participate in person. I know you have lots of amazing places you could be, but you're here with me. So thank you for that. I did want to go ahead and just start off by welcoming a guest. I know I mentioned it a couple of times, but my new supervisor, Ty Morgan. He's the executive director of a community in Jacksonville, Florida, and he is also our new COD, which is our community operations director. So he is now responsible for Regency and everything we do. So I just wanted you to kind of wave Ty. He's here with us.
Hello, everybody.
So we're glad to have him if you hadn't met him before. So feel free to ask any questions or stop by after all the updates if you'd like to speak with myself or him. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. So please reminder to silence your cell phones or anything else you have on you that makes noise. That way everyone can hear that is watching from home with us recording it. You got it? Any resident announcement or updates? Anything we have? Barry. Oh yes, Barry. You waited for Ty to be here, didn't you?
I did. That's good. All right, well, since he's here, I'll make him the object of this question. Ty, how do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time, sir.
Thank you. So hold that thought. Hold that thought. All right, a week or so ago, you all got in your mailboxes an invitation from the gift fund, right?
Yes.
Is there anybody who did not get that? You don't check your mailbox enough. So anyway, that was an invitation to help us, make people happy here, right? That's the goal this week, this month and next month through December. Make people happy, especially those who are hourly workers here. So I want to give you some numbers. And last time I mentioned to you that I thought a goal might be $250,000. That's a big number, isn't it? Well, that is the goal. Okay, I've established that that's the goal. Okay, $250,000. And here's why. We have $65,000 in the bank already. We didn't do a thing for the first 6 months. No advertising, none of that. But you all were very generous. You put $65,000 in the bank already. So if you subtract that from $250,000, who's good with math here? All right, $185,000 is where we're at, right? $185,000. I'm not going to count December, so just 5 months. If you divide $185,000 by 5 months, what do you get? I got it right here, so $37,000. Lindsay, how many people live here? I'll cut it down to 350. All right.
About 489.
I'm going to make it 350. I know it's more, but I'll make it 350. Now, if you divide $37,000 a month by 350 people, you know how much that is? $105 a month. $105 a month per resident for 5 months, and we're there. We're there, right? I know people at the Sipper Club I meet with every month who spend that much money on club soda for the mixers. Okay? So there it is, folks. This is doable. We can do this. And if you don't want to see me standing up here every couple of weeks or asking you about the gift fund, all right, there you go. So, how do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time.
Bon appetit, and don't forget the zeros.
Thank you, Barry. Any other resident updates? Yes, Ms. Willie.
The residents from the health center, thank you for all the magazine donations. They enjoy them. They have enough for now, so we're putting that on hold. Last week there was an announcement in Tuesday Talk that there were 44 new residents there. That's not accurate. They got 44 new beds. Yay.
Thank you. Miss Robin, you had an update?
I do.
Okay.
Can I do it from here? Sure.
Hi, y'all. It is so good to see everybody. I can't tell you, it's been so long. And I'm just delighted to be here. I'm speaking for Andrea and myself. We seem to be spending cycles of not feeling all that great, and so it's my turn to talk about what's coming up that's important to you as it relates to the elections and the processes and all the changes. We are trying to provide you with whatever you need that'll make it easier for you to learn what you need to learn and to have what you need to have so you can cast your vote with confidence. And if you're doing it for the primaries, that's all we're focusing on this week. So don't even worry about the rest of it. That and educating yourselves. There will be a bus. It's going to take people for early voting for the primaries. I think it's the 18th, isn't it?
14th.
14th?
No, 18.
Both days are coming up.
The 18th is the exact, let me explain. The 18th is the actual election. The 14th is the bus for the early voting. Okay, so it is the 14th, and that's, Andrea wanted me to point that out because that's not something I've been working on. So if you want to vote early, not go stand in line. Now, I happen to know, and you happen to know, that most of us are vote by mail people. Okay, it's that's just what it is. And most of us, in fact, all of us who are vote by mail people should have your ballots by now.
Right.
And you have the tools to do your research to deal with just the nonpartisan things. Never mind the candidates. You know, let's talk about the judges. Let's talk about the issues that are facing the city of Clearwater and who are particularly the issues facing our community. Let's focus this down and work on something we can work on together and share our skills. And you tell me what you need, and I'll try to find it. And what I've got in mind right now is we put a flyer together. Sam put a great flyer together. It's out on the trip tables. I thought we were going to get it out. Did we get it in, Jim?
Yes.
It's in there. It's in there somewhere?
Yes.
Yep. It's there.
Well, okay, that'll tell you where you have to go and what you have to do. And if you need help doing it, tell me what help you need. For example, some of these things you might want on paper. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, because it's easier for me to sit there and have it sitting right here beside me while I'm trying to fire off a letter to my senator or something, you know? Anyway, anything you can think of, let me know. I know some people have done some of this research. I'm looking at one right now, Gail Logan back there, who's trying to work on the judges. And we've got a lot we could share. I'll hush. Thank you.
We do have a slide about the information, but thank you, Robin. That's really important, and I appreciate how involved you are. Any other resident updates? Okay, we'll go into leadership updates from our team. So as she was just mentioning, the important dates, are you registered? The date is the 18th. Early voting is the 14th. The buses will leave at 10 a.m. Please do sign up for those. The general election date is the 3rd of November, and the voter registration deadline is October 5th. You can check by calling that number at 727-464-VOTE or 8683, or you can visit votepinellas.gov. So I do know that Ginger, if she has not already, will get this information on the trip tables as well. So just another weekly reminder, don't forget if you do miss Tuesday Talk, there are many ways to be informed. We put a letter in all of the boxes. It is on channel 732 starting at 2 p.m. and every hour on the hour after that. And also our YouTube page and through our app. So if there's any information you might have missed, we'll make sure you get it in many other ways. Your favorite reminder, please make sure our luggage carts are returned, wheelchairs and other carts in that area. We are taking a look and getting those areas cleaned up in the north and the south. So we will keep making sure that we keep an eye on those. Just make sure you please return those items for everyone's use. Also a reminder, as always, we have lots of new residents and lots of new move-ins, so please remember to wear your name badge. If you do have any type of hearing or eyesight impairment, you can also get a sticker to denote that on your badges. But this helps all of our new move-ins as well as our residents get to know each other. So So a little bit of a reminder from Plant is to please remember to remove your laundry from the laundry room machines once your cycle is complete. Others are waiting to use those. So we just thank you in advance. If I'm mentioning it, it's come up. So I just want to make sure that we give you that friendly reminder. So we have had some openings come open in our environmental service team. We are already interviewing for the position and getting that filled. So I know Amy has been working on changing some assignments. So thank you in advance for continuing to cooperate with those efforts. We will get that position filled, and we are going to be adding additional PRN, meeting as needed team members as well, so we can provide additional stability in the event we have somebody have to go out on a leave or have an injury. We unfortunately have had a couple injuries, so it's left us kind of back in this predicament within our environmental service team. So again, thank you in advance. Just want to be transparent about what's going on with that. The floor tech, we did go ahead and bring on a new floor tech, and we are having them focus on various areas here in independent living as well. They did a deep clean of our pub floors and the kitchen this last weekend. We do hope this will help with the kind of the dirt and the grime that's leading out to the breezeways as well as the pub and the kitchen. So it looks absolutely beautiful, much better and much needed. So happy about that. We're going to continue focusing on other areas throughout the community just like these. Now, we mentioned it this last week, but just a few things. We are continuing to work in the salon and stripping and cleaning that floor, and we are continuing to focus on cleaning carpets throughout the community. If you do see any areas you think need additional attention, please remember to place a work order so we can get that taken care of. Always remember, if you see something, say something, so just put in a work order, let the front desk know, and we can get that taken care of. We do appreciate all the feedback and all the information, as that helps us to identify areas we don't see all the time and every day. So thank you for all of that. So just little updates from healthcare. We like to keep this information on here, as we do have lots of independent living residents with family or loved ones or friends that are in our healthcare setting. So we did submit our payroll-based journal to CMS, the government basically, Certified Medicare Services. That was submitted in July. So it goes short for PBJ, but that's something we have to do every year, so we completed that. Working on our happiness program, that training is underway for the Life Enrichment Department. We are also doing a kickoff in August for that program within our healthcare setting. They are working on an always available menu for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is actually in the assisted living dining, and they continue to work on enhancements for the food program in our assisted living and skilled nursing setting. Then we did have one move out in assisted living that is going to be transitioning to long-term care in skilled nursing. Upcoming Discovery Series, I know we mentioned this, but our next Discovery Series is from Health Pro Heritage, our therapy team. They will be presenting on August 10th at 2:30 in our Grand Lobby South. We do hope you can join so you can learn more about the services and that topic. And then we always just like to let you know if we are not in the community, but Kyle, our healthcare administrator, is currently at the Florida Healthcare Association annual conference. I was at the similar one about 2 weeks ago, and he will be back on August 3rd. And then Nettie, our assisted living director, is actually assisting a community in our regional nurse with the mock survey, so she will also be back on August 3rd. Nonetheless, we have our director of nursing and our entire team there that can make sure that everything is handled in their absence.
Who is IM currently out?
Kyle, our healthcare administrator. Plant operation update. So just a little bit from Darwin. As I mentioned about 2 weeks ago, we continue to have kind of intermittent issues with the severe thunderstorms and the lightning. So continuing to address some areas throughout the community. But we had about 152 work orders completed and about 48 pending. Our north R-wing elevator is currently out of service, as we are waiting on the part for that. We think it should be here by next week. APG is replacing the circuit breaker on exterior lights. We are continuing to address our landscaping and sodding repairs throughout the community. We are continuing to work on the window cleaning. They have been kind of popping around and moving a little bit more just because it's been raining so much. They are working around the very grassy areas so they do not disturb our new landscaping. So they are continuing that project. They are just kind of moving around, not quite according to the schedule due to all the rain. We did replace 2 new HVAC AC units in resident apartments. Flying Locksmith is replacing the latch in the M-wing exterior door. CDS, our contractor, completed 2 new unit turnovers for new residents upon move-in. We did replace the control board for the trash compactor. We completed 2 unit turnovers for new move-ins. I just said that. I'm repeating myself over here. Commercial Safety System is working on additional drawings required by the city to relocate our fire hydrant. We have been working on a generator and a generator screen that is mandated by ACA for about 2 years now. And now we're working with the city to remove and replace a fire hydrant. So it's been a really exciting process, and we're actually making progress for the first time in years. So continuing to focus on that, and that has more so to do with healthcare, but it is still part of mine and Darwin's responsibility. As we did mention from the weather damage, we had SoftRim, which is our IT company, replace Meraki's. Those are IT modems in our north, second and fourth floor. And then SoftRim, again, our IT company, did replace some transmitters to the sales center. They were down the phones and the internet for a little bit, so we've gotten that addressed as well. And then we are aware of the Grand Lobby South egress that is being serviced, so we will get that taken care of as well. So just a little bit from Blue Team. As we stated, the landscaping is in progress. We did complete the north and south EFS banding last month. And as far as the interior works, as we discussed, we have finalized the dining rooms. We have ordered the chairs, so we will be beginning the north dining room at the end of August. The third floor sports lounge, activity room, and library will also begin the end of August. And we will do our sales and marketing center around that same time. Once we are done with the north dining room, we will move to the south dining room. So we will not be doing them both at the same time. And we will be communicating logistics. Wouldn't that be great? We will be communicating the logistics of that very, very shortly. So we'll have that information out, actually meeting with Ricky and the team tomorrow to go over what that looks like so we can kind of have all of that pre-planned. So just a little bit from IHS, plan ahead and call them now. Host with ease and joy. If you love having friends over but wish someone can handle all the details, our friendly staff can take care of refreshments, setup, and cleanup so you can simply enjoy company inside your home. No stress, just good times with people you love. So I know this is something that we typically can work with food and beverage on if it's in one of our venues, but if there's something you want to host in your home, IHS can help you with that too. So just keep that in mind. We always like to highlight the various ways that IHS can assist you every week, and that's just another way. So if you are interested in any of their services, make sure we reach out to extension 502 or 503 to schedule that with Shantae or Maddie. And then just some updates from Betsy. We know it is hot, hot, hot. Don't forget to practice your safe summer. Just some tips from our resident services. It has been very hot, so we do highly recommend staying hydrated, wearing light clothing, seeking shade as often as possible, bringing those fans. They have a lot of really cool ones you can just place around your neck. Cool compresses, limiting your sun exposure, wearing a hat and sunglasses, and continuing to enjoy cold snacks. I know we had our ice cream social, and we'll continue doing lemonade and tea and ice cream, but it is very, very hot, so we want to make sure that we can address and take precautions for resident distress and potential dehydration. So these are just some great tips to keep cool. So I know we mentioned this last week, but I wanted to keep this on here, just your reminder that the emergency pendants are waterproof. You can wear those in the shower and in the pool, so just remember they are waterproof. And then I know we've been mentioning this each week, but just wanted to remind you because I haven't been receiving quite as many as I was hoping, but residents are being requested to provide feedback on our health and wellness at Regency Oaks. So that is everything that we do with our wellness program, Betsy and Carol. This phone number uses an AI-powered phone call to proactively engage you, gather your feedback, and identify the opportunities to enhance your resident experience. Flyers are posted on the tables and located throughout the community, and this round for resident services will end at the end of July on the 31st. So we did place those flyers out. Those are throughout the community, but this is the phone number to call for that feedback. It is a chat bot. It is an AI agent. But it's quite efficient and it can be either you can give your information or it can be anonymous. But we've been reviewing that and I get the alerts of the feedback. That way Betsy and I are meeting to go over what that is so we know the various things we want to implement for you based on your feedback in resident services. For instance, we've seen a couple mention additional outdoor activities beyond the some that we have now. Obviously in summer, it won't be our top priority, but as it starts to cool down, that will be something that we are focused on. We've met and discussed what that looks like with Ginger and Betsy. So beyond shuffleboard, we will be implementing additional things based on the feedback from this survey. So please, please, please make sure you provide that so we have that information for you. Betsy also wanted to make sure we had some tips of the day for the rest of the week. So for the 28th, how do you define quality of life? What is important to you regarding your independence and daily lifestyle? Talking about these concepts with your doctor so they know how to better effectively partner with you. The July wellness theme is celebrating independence. So we wanted to make sure that we had lots of information to help you do so. The 29th tip of the day is taking an active role in managing your medications. Keep track of prescription refills, schedule regular checkups with your doctor for med reviews, and report any adverse reactions promptly. These are, of course, things you can work with IHS and med management if you need that assistance, as well as Carol, our wellness program, and our pharmacy. So all of these are available at your fingertips, and we just want to make sure that we raise awareness for you to use those. And then the wellness tip for the 30th, August is about finding purpose, following your passions, living fully, and caring for each other. So remaining independent is crucial for maintaining a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Learning a new skill, taking up a new hobby, or pursuing a lifelong dream can boost your spirit. So we have so much going on. The boards are completely full. The calendar's front and back now. There's all these things going on. Try something you've never tried before. Sit somewhere you've never sat before. This is all about celebrating your independence and your wellness. So try something new. You might find you like it. I know we don't like change. I know you know what your hobbies are, but you might find a new one. You never know. Continuing in that spirit of mental health and why it's important, Joanna, listen to me. Join Diana. Diana, who is our therapy director, is going to be in the Grand Lobby South on Monday the 10th at 2:30 for the next health talk. And that is going to be, as I mentioned, presented by Health Pro Heritage. And it is going to be an interactive discussion on the importance of maintaining good mental health in the later life. They're going to highlight the connection between emotional well-being, social engagement, physical activity, and cognitive health, and share practical strategies you can use to stay resilient, connected, and thriving. Are you seeing a theme here? Are we seeing a theme here? Along with mental health and socialization, Food and Beverage has their August calendar out for you and all of the various events they have planned. So we will have our food and wine pairing this week on the 30th. Our Sunday brunch, I just want to remind you that there is a left side of the menu available at the brunch and dinner. Our wine club is going to be on August 11th. The beer club will be on August 18th. Pasta night will be on August 27th. Our flight crew dinner will be on August 12th. And we did want to mention that we did get a new card reader in the pub, so you can just tap. Won't that be efficient? Look at us in technology. So going into activities, more wellness and fun. Becky's Beach Glass, gosh, her stuff is so beautiful. She's going to be here from 10 to 2 in the South Lobby area. Please stop by. She always has the most beautiful items, whether it's jewelry or pictures. Wednesday the 29th is Keeping Up with Housekeeping at 10:30 in Grand Lobby South. Keep that in mind if you have anything you'd like to discuss with Amy and the team. Thursday, July 30th, our movie matinee featuring voicemails for Isabel. Friday the 31st, Knitters and Crocheters Club at 11 a.m. in Grand Lobby South. Sorry, Grand Lobby North, thank you. And then Saturday, August 1st at Trivia, we're gonna do Trivia Game Night, 7:30 in Grand Lobby South. Keep that together. And then Sunday the 2nd, the Protestant service at 11 a.m. and Roman Catholic Mass, 2 p.m., both in Grand Lobby South. I was seeing if you were paying attention. So just a little bit from sales updates. We have begun recruitment for a sales director, so we are working on that process. We have quite a few candidates, so we will continue, of course, with that recruitment and have the final candidates meet with Roro when we get to that point. There will be support to assist the team during the transition. We actually, like I mentioned, we have Ty and his sales director here today that's actually over in the sales team working with them now, as well as our VP of Sales and Marketing that will be here later today. We had our other regional sales director last week, and then in the meantime, myself and Sherry are managing sales. So they have all the support they want. I don't even think they want Sherry and I over there in their business. And they're doing a great job. We currently have 8 deposits for July and August. The budget for July was 5. So we are meeting and exceeding and right on track. So as always, thank you so much to the marketing committee and the ambassadors and everything you all do, from referring your friends to collaborating with our sales team and all of the success of Regency, because it really shows. So thank you. And from HR, we have our Employee of the Month. So as you know, we have our Extraordinary Impressions program, and that has our COP cards that are in the dining rooms and the front desks. Residents are able to fill those out and give us feedback on employees that they would like to see nominated for Employee of the Month. So this time it was Majda. She is a home health aide. She is with IHS for more than 2.5 years. She has consistently demonstrated kindness, compassion, and a commitment to excellence. A resident recently nominated her for Employee of the Month in recognition of the exceptional care she provides every day. We are grateful for Majda and the positive impact she makes on our residents and our team. So if you see her, make sure you congratulate her. She is Employee of the Month, elected by the residents. Yay! And then just a little follow-up from me as we discussed, the south elevator is actually going to be in service now and should be up and running by the end of today. But for margin of error, I said the end of tomorrow, just in case. But the south elevator should be back up. Maintenance has completed the HVAC filters. If you have concerns that they have not been by, place a work order, we'll double check, but they have completed that. As we mentioned, we have distributed the annual hurricane letters and the annual emergency update forms. The hurricane supplies have been out. This is the last week for you to get those in. We will be placing the order for those this Friday. So if you have not already, please make sure you go and order your hurricane supplies so we can take care of that for you. And we will get them delivered, but we are placing the order this Friday. And I know we mentioned this, but our new accounting assistant that works with Sherry, her name is Stephanie Snipes. She began this week, so some of you may have already met her, but we will be getting her trained. and onboarded to our community. She comes with lots of experience within LCS and regional roles, so she is more than capable of assisting our community in anything you will need. I know, that's what I said. As we discussed, we are extending transportation to 4:30. We hired a second Angelo, so as soon as he starts, we will be getting that worked in the schedule. So just wanted to let you know, he is supposed to start around the 10th of August. We will have that second Angelo, and we are looking to extend those hours just a little bit later for your
That
convenience.
is so responsive to what this community needs. I was.
Thank you, Robin. I'm glad you're pleased.
No, we are. I
Good.
know a lot of people have said, that's great.
Good.
You know,
Well, we try. You speak, we'll try to make it happen.
thank you.
So as we discussed, we are beginning to plan for 2027 capital expenditure projects. Those are large projects at the community that you would like to see. So be thinking about that, communicate that with your RORO board, and I will be meeting with them to go over what those requests are. Those are due in the next 30 days, so we got a little bit of time, but we want to get that in. That way we can make sure that we are facilitating that process timely within Janus. If you remember, Janus is our owners, and everything ultimately goes up to them. So we will take the items that we absolutely need, like elevators and cooling towers, and then we will prioritize items we need in the kitchen, and then resident requests as well. So be thinking about that and let your RORO board know. As discussed, it is important to us. We do lots of surveys, you know that. We ask for your feedback because we do listen and we do want to implement actions against that feedback. So as I mentioned, I have been seeing the feedback from the resident services survey about additional outdoor activities. So I have met with Betsy and Ginger, and we are working on some items to purchase and things to add on the fall calendar. Not the summer calendar. I think we all know you're not going to be outside right now, if you can help it. But we will be working on that for the fall calendar, and that is directly based on the feedback from the survey. So you asked, we heard, and we listened. And I just want to clarify, I know that Darwin has been meeting with the building and grounds. We do still have the paving project slated. It is going to be towards the end of Q3, beginning of Q4, around mid to end of September. And that is for the fourth aspect of the asphalt paving project. It is the last piece, and it is the largest. So working with the building and grounds, thank you in advance for those residents that are assisting with that process. And that will be about mid to end of September that we are shooting for. I already mentioned the deep cleaning. We are continuing to work on placing a grab-and-go cooler in the Gastro Pub. Chef is going to be getting items to be placing in there for your convenience. So this is another thing where you can just stop by, grab something. You don't have to sit down. It should be available for you. And it'll be various things from parfaits to salads, sandwiches. So chef's working on some items they want to add to that. So more to come on that piece. So as I did discuss, we did hire additional floor techs for our common areas, our carpets and our flooring. So continue to expand on our needs there. We discussed the Meraki's. Those were the IT modems that burned down. So we are working on getting those replaced with the IT company. They were taken care of on the second and the fourth floor. However, there is intermittent internet outages throughout various areas. So we are continuing to work with IT to address those. So we are aware of them, and we are working with SoftRim, our IT company, to get those addressed. Just an FYI, Carol has been out sick, so Betsy is going to be assisting until she returns, should be later this week. And as I mentioned, Ty Morgan, who is my director, his sales director, Lisa Green, and Kelly Jane, who is our VP of Sales and Marketing, is here on site visiting from LCS today to help support our community and our sales team with everything they got going on over there. And as I mentioned, Kyle is out this week at his conference. So all in all, not too much going on for a week, all in a week's work, right, from last week. Any questions you have for me that I can answer? Yes, Johanna?
I think I'd like some clarification on employee of the month. It said on there that resident recommended her for that? You mean if I put in my expression card, I have to specifically say, I want this person to be an employee of the month? And is there other incentives that go with being an employee of the month?
So you most certainly can put that, it does not hurt at all, and we go through all of them, and it's typically the ones that we receive multiple on. So there's times where we've gotten, say, 10 from Christian, or however many from Majda. So it doesn't hurt to put, I'd love to see them as employee of the month, but all of your feedback for those cards are always helpful, because they get recognized either way.
Any incentive that goes with it?
They get the EI points. They get EI points, and they're able to turn those in on our LCS website, much like a credit card points. So they can all go shopping. We had our all-staff meeting last week, and we had a celebrity, and it was actually Denise. And Denise got 500 EI points. You can buy a lot with 500 EI points on our website, but it's like credit card points. So yes, that's exactly it's the Extraordinary Impressions Program. They get recognized by those cards, they get points, and they're able to turn that into money and fun things. Thanks, Johanna. Any other questions for me? Yes, Ms. Barr?
We had quite a bit of damage from lightning strikes. Most people must know that a whole building was destroyed by lightning down at the USF campus in St. Pete. And that was lightning. Have you thought of putting lightning arresters on the roofs of these buildings?
I can't speak to that a whole lot. That is something I can most certainly address with Darwin. I would be a little bit out of my purview on that topic, but we can look into that. Thanks, Ms. Barb.
Thank you for putting the clear things up so I can read
You're welcome.
the board. It's very nice.
I'm glad they helped. Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, well, happy Tuesday. Thank you all for coming. If you have any questions for myself or for Ty, you can most certainly meet us afterwards, and Margaret will see you at 10:30.